Hello, friends. Dr. Nels here, coming to you this week about passion to achieve excellence. Hello, friends. Dr. Nels here, coming to you this week with more information on life, leadership, business, and family, helping build your values and principles so that you can be the best version of you. And this week, I want to talk to you about passionate people that achieve excellence. And the older I've gotten, the more people I've been around, the more I've learned it takes really passionate people to achieve high levels of excellence, high levels of success. And the older I've gotten, I've realized, and some of this is me as well, sometimes a passionate person is off-putting to those that aren't as passionate. But the reality is, it takes a damn passionate person to move mountains and build excellence and have wild success and to build businesses and families that are wildly successful. It takes a passionate person to achieve those things. The challenge is sometimes us passionate people, we say and do things that may bother others, that may be off-putting to others, that in the heat of the moment might be way too aggressive for those people. Some may even say abrasive, but that's all a matter of opinion. It's a very subjective word and not truly objective. This talk today is for the passionate people, but it's also for the not so passionate people. And for the passionate people out there, I'm one. I was on a bank board with a gentleman that built a bank from $10 million to $240 million. We spent the last 2 days with a family that's built a wildly successful business, a father and son. They're wildly passionate. Been exposed to some other people that are wildly passionate. And in those exposures, sometimes those people, myself included, get in meetings. And in order to gain wild success, you have to have hard conversations. And things get passionate, things get heated. We uncover problems, we attack problems, we get shit done. And if you're a passionate person doing that, don't let go of that passion. Don't let those people make you want to back down. I would say let those people help you learn that maybe sometimes there's times we need to back off a little bit. Maybe sometimes we need to be a little wiser in the selection of our words. And if we go too far, we have to apologize. At this table, we've had 30 people in this room, and I've apologized for my words and my passion. I've owned it. But I don't stop being passionate about the big, hairy, audacious goals, about our wild vision here, our vision and mission to change people's lives. And the people I've been around and do leadership coaching with, they have wild vision, wild passion, and it takes those kind of people to move the mountains they're moving. Been around a minister that's the best minister I've ever been around. He has wild passion. Has he been aggressive before? Yeah. But he's 4X to church. A non-passionate, non-aggressive, passive minister is not going to do that. A non-passionate, passive entrepreneur is not going to do that. It takes wild passion to get shit done, to grow things wildly and massive. And if you're that passionate person, don't stop. Do what we talked about doing. For those non-passionate people that get their toes stepped on periodically, that get freaking uncomfortable in some scenarios, sometimes you're bothered by some things. This may sound a little rough and lack of empathy, but get over it. Especially if you trust the person leading you and you know their heart's in the right place. You know they care for you. But give those leaders some grace. Have some empathy for the shoes they're in and what they're trying to accomplish, and understand that what they're trying to do is for damn sure not easy. Give them some grace when they screw up. If they won't take ownership of it, we sometimes gently talk to them about that. Good leaders will listen. Good leaders will own what they need to own. They will apologize for what they need to apologize for. But at the end of the day, thank them for their passion. Because without their passion, you're on a dying ship. Because that's what it takes to keep leading and growing in our environment today. It's a wonderful trait, being wildly passionate, being aggressive, sometimes saying the wrong things, but it's okay. Gail, you were going to say something.
For the person who wouldn't consider themselves passionate and are on that dying ship, but they want to be that person, obviously it's not just a switch that you flip. But is there a pathway to becoming that passionate leader that dying ship needs, or is it you're born with it or you're not?
Well, I think that starts with purpose. What's your purpose? What's the business's purpose? What's the organization's purpose? And we believe in wild purposes and wild vision. At the end of the day, everything I do and I'm a part of it, how do we work to change people's lives through the work that we do? And as we interview people, as people work for us, we know who has it and who doesn't. We foster it, we coach it, we mentor it, we embrace it, we empower it. And so you can bring maybe a non-passionate, non-aggressive person around. And at the end of the day, they have to choose to want to be motivated enough to do that. And regardless of how good of coach anybody thinks they are, you can't really motivate the unmotivated. You can motivate the unmotivated for a period of time. They'll hop on and go for a period of time, but they won't remain motivated. So for us, things I'm part of, we want motivated people. And then we love to motivate and light fires when we're motivated people, because that builds passion, it builds purpose, and they get on the bus, they'll tug on the rope, they'll push the bus, they'll do whatever they need to do when you're moving forward or when you're moving backwards and trying to get it moving forward again. Now I would say, I don't want to just, you're one or the other, right? There's a scale there, and there's people here that aren't near as passionate as me or Ty, and they're needed in the organization, right? We have a veterinarian here, she's wonderful. She doesn't have quite the level of outward motivated speaking passion, but there's a fire in there. Just more quiet, more reserved, more even-keeled, and we embrace that with her because we need a little of her at times, right? We need some of that.
Balances it out.
Yeah. But what I get annoyed with are when non-passionate people or unmotivated start taking issue with passionate leaders. Passionate leaders that are moral, noble, ethical, trying to do all the right things, but sometimes slip. And in this world today, we have a lot of people that think life's unfair. And in some of those instances, they feel like they are some victim, or it's too aggressive, or the conversation's too abrasive or too uncomfortable, right? We just don't tolerate it. We don't tolerate it. And we just talk about it too. We talk about it in here. We just purchased another clinic, and they've sat in on our meetings, and they've never been exposed to the wild passion that unfolds in our Monday 7 a.m. meetings that happens. And we sit there and tell them, what do you think of this? But done appropriately, they know what our vision and mission is. It's to change lives. And if you're gonna change lives, it's gonna get passionate. It's gonna get heated. We're gonna fight for each other. We're gonna fight with each other. And we're gonna leave this room, leave those doors aligned, and moving this bad boy forward to achieve our goals and to keep changing lives. And I think it's a wonderful opportunity for all of us. And if you're the passionate leader, own it. If you haven't talked about it, I listened to a guy yesterday tell his team of leaders yesterday, hey, I may not say all the right things. I believe in you. I've got your back. You're good enough. You're great. You're good at what you do. But we're going to keep working to get better. And I think that's where things get crossed, is sometimes those people, they're the ones that don't want to get better, and they take issue with us pushing them. And just talk to your team about that. Tell them what I just said there, because I know if you're a passionate leader, that's what you want to do. You just want to keep getting better. You want yourself to get better. You want your entire team to get better. Does it come out wrong sometimes? Does it come out too tough, too hard, too abrasive? Yeah. When you're striving for excellence, it requires some tough coaching, some hard coaching, and let them know that's what you're doing. And let them know they're good. They're good enough, but they can be better, and that's what we want. Thanks for joining us this week. Click subscribe here if you like this information. Thanks for joining us, friends. We'll see you next week.